Ate wioch beata chana pawa glohaina waje yoka tonka me ahya ke azacha wayamaya yeko kola me chaya oye waye ktache wamayanka Kate waziata chana pawa glohaina waje yoka tonka me aya ke azacha wayamaya yeko kola me chaya hoye waye ktache wamayanka Kate wio ya pata chana pawa glohaina waje yoka tonka me aya ke azacha wayamaya yeko kola me chaya oye waye ktache wamayanka yo Kate ito kahata chana pawa glohaina waje yoka tonka me aya ke azacha wayamaya yeko kola me chaya oye waye ktache wamayanka yo
Crows home in Kyle, South Dakota, Pine Ridge Reservation.
The chief, just one man.
Right, Patterson.
Patterson. That's Patterson. The rest of them.
May I introduce him to?
Yeah, this is Chief Red Cloud.
Huh?
How do you do? Oh, Hitch, I want to talk to you first. No, I'm going to talk to you. I want to let you know. You guys know each other. Let's get out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Get ahead. I will ask Mr. Fool Crow to start us off in this negotiation with an Indian prayer. And we're not going to wait any further. We must go on with the negotiation. And I'm going to ask Mr. Patterson at this time how much authority and how much power he has to negotiate with us on so many matters. Mr. Patterson.
To the White House, Washington, May 15, 1973, to the headsmen and chiefs of the Teton Sioux. We are sending 5 White House representatives to meet with you for the purpose of examining the problems concerning the 1868 treaty, a presidential treaty commission, which you propose as a method of re-examination of that 1868 treaty. The White House representatives are not themselves a treaty commission. They come to listen to your views. At this time, Mr. Chief, I would appreciate if my associates could join me here.
Just a minute. They have a schedule, of agenda that they want to do before anything. We know things that they have. 1868 treaty they have things to do. We know things that they have. Before we start with negotiations, Mr. Fulcro would like to ask one question with a simple answer, yes or no. That's what he. Chief Fulcro let you think that it. On us 68 treaty ko hai unki ki chuk ta hai ji. Na unki ki chuk ta shne hai ji ha e na hiya in te hai gala you think that ke lo. En fait, toutes les garçons sont bas. Chaque amayutot, namakaki ayutot. Today, I met one of the good representatives of the government. He said, I want him to take a good look at me and my Mother Earth. Oh, makaki lemitra. This is my country. Ochake, lakwa imu steki he. 1868 happy ki hai uecha. Yes, ena no ek he toha ma steki ma kochile no. He said, this is my country. And he said, I want to ask him a simple question. He said, can be reinstated back to 1868 treaty? On that simple question, I want Mr. Patterson to say yes or no on the matter. Can we be reinstated back to 1868 treaty?
That's right. This is the letter which the government gave on May 4th. Right. And as you remember, it said, we will come here to hear you, to meet with you for the purpose of examining the problems concerning the 1868 treaty. Now, what is your specific question? Your question is, can the 5 of us rewrite the treaty?
We were cut off by introducing the Indian Bureau and the negotiation, the treaty-making period was cut off by introducing the Indian Bureau into play.
Yeah. When you say the Indian Bureau, what you mean is that in 1934 you had the Indian Bureau?
1871. 1871.
So the 1871, which you're talking about the...
Before that, we was a nation.
Yes.
Making treaties with the government of the United States. We have ever...
Act of Congress.
Yes. No, we want to be reinstated back to that period of time and be a self-governing nation. That's what he asked.
I understand. I'll give you the answer. In 1871, the Congress passed this law, which said as you described.
Our treaties are a supreme law of the land, and if he can change it, he can change it again.
If no one in the executive branch, even the president, if he were standing here personally, can change that law. The only way that law can be changed is if the Congress changes it itself. And the president can't do it, and I can't do it, and nobody can do it. Only the Congress could change that law in 1871.
And everywhere I went, throughout the United States, even down into redneck country in Texas, I found out that we had the majority of the support of the American people. 2 weeks later, they took another poll where they asked if they thought, the American public, if they thought Richard Nixon was involved in the Watergate issue. 63% of the public said they thought he was involved. So the American Indian movement and the people who are wearing Wounded Knee had more support than the President of the United States. That's where we're at. We got to realize that. The American Indian movement is not going to stand by. And we make our same statements that we made prior to coming into the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, where they had restraining orders against the whole movement, that we are not going to stand by and watch our people be brutalized anymore. Indian women's daughters being raped, Indian homes being firebombed on this reservation or any other reservation in the United States. And $25,000 bonds and 11 indictments and possibilities of over 100 years in prison is not going to stop the American Indian movement from protecting Indian people's rights in this country. The American Indian movement is here to stay, and I'm sure it's going to be around a lot longer than these gentlemen sitting right at this table here today.
All of these crimes, as you call them, these deeds that the Washicha, the white man, has committed time and time again a millionfold, which they call business ventures and virtues and so forth. If an Indian does it, it's a crime. Who created Russell Means, Dennis Banks, and all the others? Remember this in that defense there. The federal government created them. You gave them birth. And that's why you're out here today, or you could be in your nice air-conditioned offices back in Washington. But maybe Mr. Nixon was adamant. He ordered you out here. Now get out there and talk to those Indians. By gosh, they're stirring up things over there. I got my hands full with this Watergate thing. Deep in them smoldering embers in the heart of every Indian, they're still there. The Teton Sioux Nation still lives. You haven't snuffed it out yet.
We believe that nature is God. We have to live by nature. Before the coming of the white man, we were alone in this vast country. No one to depend on. No one to lean on. We have to find our way in life. We depend on the wild games that was given to us by the Great Spirit. Yes, we believe. As we progress, we seek the power that gave us life. And in order to find that power, we had to adjust our lives to that of nature. Whoever is behind this power which gave us life must love his world. This is the religion of the red man. And following this religion, they became one of the greatest nations on the face of the earth. I don't believe that as long as this world is in existence,
There never will be another nation that will enjoy what the Indians have enjoyed before the coming of the white man. They were free. There was no known crime. There were no Indian problems. I know that everybody here agree with me that we have enjoyed a life which is supreme under the law of nature. Because we say that nature is God, and God is nature, and we believe in it. The peace pipe which was presented to the Sioux Indians a few hundred years ago, with a simple instruction that when they are in trouble, when they are in need of guidance, it covers all things. They must use it to communicate with the Great Spirit, which we have done. From the beginning, the white men set foot upon our country. We smoked the peace pipe with them. We made treaties with them. The only law we have among our Indian people, we must never tell a lie. No matter how bad, we must never lie. This is Indian religion.
Long before the white man ever came to this area, to this region, the Creator put Lakota here. And he gave them a set of rules to follow, a set of laws that told them how to set up their council and run their government and to take care of their people. A traditional method where your council comes together and they sit in a circle and they make decisions in the way that the Creator showed them to do this. This is the type of government that sat when that treaty was made in 1868. That was the government that existed there. That's when the mines were won, because they were operating at that time the way the Creator gave to the Ogallala people themselves. This is how it was done. And I'm telling you, that's the kind of government that was here, that governed this land long before any white man ever even thought of coming here. If you are going to get the power back that belongs rightfully to this great Lakota, you are going to have to go back to that old way. You've got to disband the BIA, the method of governing that the white man has showed you to do. I know he's imposed this on you for a long time, and it's very difficult to even imagine what it will be like to go back and have our council sit the way it did 200 years ago, when no one could tell you what to do. You shouldn't have to ask them, take this resolution back. You shouldn't have to ask them for anything, because the Creator gave you this land. The Creator gave you, Lakota, this land, and He gave you a way to govern this land. When you started to adopt the white man's ways of governing your people and taking care of them, the power of Lakota began to dwindle down. The next meeting you have, you go back and find those people that know how they did it 200 years ago, and conduct your meeting in that manner, and use your medicines. Then when you go to the white man the next time, you won't have to ask him, you can tell him, this is what we are going to do, because you made a treaty with us. It's not a father and son agreement. It's a brother and a brother agreement in a treaty. When you wrote a treaty with him, you made him your brother, not your father. A father has the right to reprimand his son, but a brother doesn't have the right to reprimand his brother. A brother doesn't have to have his brother permission to do something in his own territory. And from what I've seen happening now, it isn't too late to go back to that, to bring yourself back and put your council together and bring their minds together as one. You should never let them have you bring you to a place where you lower yourself, where you have to ask them to do something. Give them the resolution and tell them, you take this back to the President of the United States. We demand of you to take that message to the United States, because this is your territory. Possibly the only place that we can really get justice is that if we form somewhat of a united coalition of all Indian groups that have treaties with the United States and take that to the world's court. But we have to do it together, and we'll still stand with you. And we're very proud of what you've done, our Lakota brothers. Donato. That's the way it is.
This treaty law, I will say, as a medicine man, through my vision, white man's no good. They should get on a boat and go home.